Hello everyone. My name is Sahil Malik from WinSmarts and I will be talking about SharePoint basics. This is the first introductory video in a whole long course that I'll be recording where I'll be talking about an end-to-end overview of SharePoint and Office 365. So let's get started. In this very first introductory video, I will be talking about what is SharePoint and what's new in SharePoint 2013, a little bit of a recap of history, how we got where we are, and a little bit about what it feels like using SharePoint, developing for SharePoint. There are different audiences as far as SharePoint is concerned. You could be an IT pro, you could be a designer, you could be a developer, or you could be a business user. And then what sort of hardware or software you will need to go through this course that I'll be recording. So let's get started with the first part, which is what is SharePoint? You might have heard of the word SharePoint. It is a product that Microsoft sells. Well, there is a free version available for download as well. It's called SharePoint Foundation, and then there is SharePoint Server that you have to pay for. Once you install it, most people would think of SharePoint as a web application. Some people may call it a platform, but well, let's not overcomplicate things. People think of SharePoint as a web application because most of the times you would access it from a web browser. You hit a web server, and behind the scenes you talk to one or more data stores. The data stores can be usually a database, but it can also be things like Active Directory, etc. But you can think of this as a moderately, or I would even say fairly complex web application because it has a lot of features. It is fairly tightly coupled with Office, but there is a lot of emphasis with every subsequent release on open standards. What is most interesting about SharePoint, and one of its reasons for success, is that it has an amazing out-of-the-box feature set. Right out of the box, there is so much that both a business user can do and a developer doesn't need to develop, but then they can develop on top of it, that the value that SharePoint presents to an enterprise is very, very compelling. That is the number one reason of SharePoint's success.